Let's get right to that breaking news where crews confirm they found a body in part of that collapsed building late this afternoon. I'm James Brown. Gabrielle Enright is off today. Firefighters said two people were working on repairs just before 11 a.m. when part of the back of that building crumbled, as we showed you. We first worked this story as breaking news on News Center 7 at noon. This is on East Spring Street in St. Mary's. News Center 7's John Bedell joins us live. John, you talked with witnesses, fire crews, and the building's owner, and that owner admitted he knew about the problems before today.
And this building is now going to come down, James. What the mayor told me, what's left of it is going to be demolished, and they're working on that right now after this tragically turned into a recovery. The told me when they made that discovery. I want to show you the building now. You can see the side of it that collapsed away from people I talked to who know this area say this was a green space in between these buildings. Just for some perspective, the only thing side of this building was a staircase. Fire escape twisted there. On the side of that building. Firefighters have been working for hours on this rescue until just in the last 40 minutes it turned into a recovery. Roberta Whitman went to check out a large emergency response on her street Thursday morning.
And I was coming down the street and I'm like, oh my God, there's no back of the building.
The fire chief said they're working to figure out whether two men who were trapped in the rubble were either just inside or outside the building when it gave. They rescued one of the men quickly.
And that person told us that there was somebody else that was in the rubble.
But as they kept working, the chief said more bricks fell and it became unsafe for his crews to keep searching. They had to pull back and call in crews from all over central and western Ohio who specialize in these kinds of rescues.
To shore up the building and be able to make entry in a safe manner.
I asked the chief what the two men were doing in or near the building. He told me his unconfirmed report was this.
They were asked to go in by the building owner to shore up the first floor, that the floor was starting to sag. And at that point, while they were in there doing that, the wall collapsed.
Hey, excuse me, Todd. Hey, I'm John with Channel 7. I talked to the owner of the building who was on site.
We had an issue with the foundation, and we moved the people out of there, and we were working on the building to fix that issue.
He told me the two men are friends of his and were working to get the building ready for repairs by a contractor. He said he hopes crews can find his friend alive in the rubble.
We're going to do whatever we can possibly do and pray for the best.
But again, tragically, his hope and the hopes of a lot of people, everybody who was here watching, James, those are not going to happen because, again, the mayor told me at 4:20 they found that second man's body. You can see crews are cutting the trees off the sidewalk here that they're planted in preparation to demolish the rest of this building. I've also heard from several people today there were safety concerns about this building long before today, about the structure of it. What I learned about that today, and also what the owner of the building had to say when I took those concerns to him right here on this street when I joined you with my I-Team investigation a little less than an hour at 6. For now, though, we're live in St. Mary's this afternoon. I'm John Bedell, News Center 7.
And John, real quick, I mean, for perspective, that's a pretty decent sized building that you're standing in front of.
Yeah, it's 2 stories, James. It's kind of 2 rooms deep, if you will. The owner told me that there were 4 apartments in the back of the building. As you heard him, they had worked to get people out of there. He said only 1 of the 4 were occupied as of this morning. That was back left as you're kind of looking at it.
Sure.
So you had room for 4 apartments. Not sure exactly what was on the second floor. And then there was a tattoo parlor that they had vacated Halloween of last year. So
Gotcha.
Perspective of all that was in this building here.
All right. John Bedell live for us this afternoon in St. Mary's. John, we'll see you in just